Blessings, everyone. This is Pastor Hector Quinones. Hope you are doing well. We are looking at side by side, book number 3, chapter 10. Yes, it is the last chapter of the book. Well done, everyone. You've made it so far, and you're getting ready for chapter 1 for book number 4. So, congratulations. You just have to get through this one, and then we'll be on our way soon enough. So, we're going to be talking about connectors. Um, in this particular case, we can see some of these examples. We can see and, as well as we can also see to. We can also see and either. So, but, neither. We're going to be discussing coincidences, asking for and giving reasons, describing people's backgrounds, interests, and personalities, looking for a job, referring people to someone else, discussing opinions, describing people's similarities and differences. So please repeat the vocabulary after me. Number 1, allergic, athletic, frightened, strict, strict, lenient, alarm clock, army, lightning, parking space, want ad, enroll, hide, kiss, walk my dog, work out. What a coincidence. So let's put some of these connectors into use. I'm hungry. I am too. So am I. Please repeat after me. I can swim. I can too. So can I. I've seen that movie. I have too. So have I. So it would be in Spanish like saying, y yo también. Y yo puedo también. Y yo también lo estoy. I have a car. So do I. You could say, I do too. I worked yesterday. I did too. So did I. So look over here. Have, we use the present form. Am, present form. Can, present form. I've, I have. Past tense, past tense. So let's try this. I'm allergic to cats. What a coincidence. I am too. But you could say, so am I. So what would number 1 be like? I'm a vegetarian. What a coincidence. I am too. Or, so am I. So please take some pictures. Click, click. And you can continue and complete this section. Remember, for number 9, please create your own example. Let's see the next section using different connectors. What a coincidence. Please repeat after me. I'm not hungry. I'm not either. Neither am I. I can't swim. I can't either. Neither can I. I haven't seen that movie. I haven't either. Neither have I. I don't have a car. I don't either. Neither do I. I didn't work yesterday. I didn't either. Neither did I. So you take this section and you compare it with this section, side by side, you can see some similarities and some differences. So when you say, I'm not hungry, I'm not either, it would be like saying this sentence here, yo tampoco. This one here would be like saying, ni yo tampoco, or ni yo estoy tampoco. So when it comes to translating this into Spanish, you're going to notice that there are various variations. There are variations when you're translating, and they are all going to mean the same thing. When you use the word neither, depending how you're translating it, it might mean tampoco, it might mean ni, it depends. So you have to look at the context of the sentence in order to know. Let's continue. I'm not a very good dancer. What a coincidence. I'm not either. Neither am I. I don't like macaroni and cheese. What a coincidence. Neither do I. I don't either. Please take a picture, complete the exercises. Take a picture if you need one. And they do too. So remember, this two here with the double O is for demasiado. When you use it like this, you say, for example, the expression too much rice. Demasiado arroz. But, hold on. I like rice too. If you say the two at the end, not in the beginning, okay, it means también. So this would be demasiado. This one would be también. Okay. All right. Repeat after me, please. I'm tired. And he is too. And so is he. He'll be busy. And she will too. And so will she. She's been sick. And he has too. And so has he. They sing. And she does too. And so does she. She studied. And I did too. And so did I. Let's look at the example for number one. Why can't you or the children help me with the dishes? I have to study. And they do too. Or you could say, I have to study, and so do they. Why weren't you and Bob at the meeting this morning? I missed the bus. And so did he. Okay? Or you could say, and he missed it too. Or you could say, and he did too. You have some choices. Just make sure that they align with the fact that in this particular sentence, even though this will be technically you in plural, here we have answer number one, and he would have answer number two. So you have to talk about you and you have to talk about him. So please take a picture and complete the exercises. Four, 5, and 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. 13 and 14. You have to use your imagination for number 14. Okay, then you have a reading made for each other. Please, for this section, make sure you read it out loud. I need you to do a few things. Number one, you're going to read it in English. Number two, underline any vocabulary words you don't know. Number three, read it in Spanish. Now, why do I mean by read it in Spanish? By read it in Spanish, what I mean to say is like this. So I will demonstrate the first two sentences. Here we go. Number one, I read it in English. Louis and Brian are very compatible people. They have a lot in common. For example, they have similar background. Then I have to underline any vocabulary. Oh, I misspelled vocabulary. I'm sorry. Let me delete this. Oh, I deleted everything. I'll fix it here. That's actually spelled vocabulary. So number two, underline any vocabulary words you don't know. So I will come here and let's say I don't know this word here. And say I don't know this word. I will write them down, look them up in the dictionary, and then I'll know. And then I'm going to read it in Spanish. It will sound something like this. Luis y Brian son personas, y de ahí usted continúa traduciéndolo, pero traduce en orden y tiene que hacer los cambios, ¿verdad? De los adjetivos. You have to change the adjectives accordingly and so forth. So, hope you can do this. Should be a helpful exercise. So if you're online only, please take some pictures. Next page. Okay, next page. There you go. So now you're going to, here in the questions, you're going to answer true or false, maybe. If the answer isn't in the story, you could say maybe. Now, if the answer is false, I would like to ask you for you to write the correct way to fix it, okay? Listening and personality. Here we go. Listen carefully to the listening section. Here we are. Number one. Here we go. Listen. To tell you the truth, I'm a little shy. To tell you the truth, I'm a little shy. What does that show? That's what the person's personality. Number two. What a coincidence. I am too. Number two. I enjoy going to plays and concerts. We're very compatible. So do I. Going to plays is considered a cultural interest. Number three. I am enjoying this course. I am too. What does that show? Good. Academic concerns. Interest, I'm sorry. Number four. I'm from Minnesota. That's interesting. So am I. This is background information about the person. Number five. I go swimming 3 times a week. What a coincidence. I do too. Swimming is considered a sport. Number six. I'm opposed to using animals in scientific experiments. I am too. I'll be considered an outlook on life. This is not based on culture, it's based on the way that you view life. Great. Next one. And she hasn't either. Please repeat after me. I'm not tired. And he isn't either. And neither is he. He won't be busy. And she won't either. And neither will she. She hasn't been sick. And he hasn't either. And neither has he. They don't sing. And she doesn't either. She didn't study. And I didn't either. And neither did I. Let's look at some of the examples here, the example, and then we can practice, and then you can do it on your own. Why do you and your sister look so frightened? I've never been on a roller coaster before. And she hasn't either. And neither has she. So you can choose which one. Is one better than the other? No. All the ones we're looking at, it's not that one is better than the other. It's a choice. Why haven't you and your roommate hooked up your new DVD player? I don't understand the instructions. So what's going to be the answer? You see his face? So he's saying, I don't understand the instruction. Does he look like he understands? And he hasn't either. Or, and neither has he. Take a picture, click, click. 3 and 4. Continue. Please take pictures so you can complete them and make sure you write down all of the conversations. Okay, practice reading it, practice saying it, practice writing it. And the last one, 9 through 14. 14, don't forget you have to make up your own example. Then we have a reading titled Laid Off. Please do the same thing. Read it in English, underline vocabulary, translate. So I'll put it again. Number 1, read, underline, words you don't understand. Number 3, translate. Picture, click, click. Then you have some exercises at the end that you can complete and you can show it to me later. And then you can select this section here where you can do role playing. You could do this with somebody at home. You can write a conversation. You can show it to me later and I could check it for you if you would like. Okay, you should ask them. Please repeat after me. I don't sing, but my sister does. She didn't know the answer, but I did. Yo no canto, pero mi hermana sí lo hace. Ella no sabía la respuesta, pero yo sí, o yo la sabía. Y ahí es cuando el verbo did se traduce un poco diferente. You translate it slightly different in Spanish. He can play chess, but I can't. Puedo jugar ajedrez, pero yo no. We're ready, but they aren't. Estamos listos, pero ellos no lo están. So let's do number 1. Let's do the example. And then we do number 1. Can you babysit for us tomorrow night? No, I can't. But my sister can. You should ask her. Have you heard the weather forecast? No, what's the word? Look here. Remember, use the sentence. Have you heard the weather forecast? No, I haven't. But my father has. You should ask him. Please take a picture. Take a picture there. And please repeat after me how to say it. You should ask her. Why don't you ask her? How about asking her? So you should ask her would be like saying, debes de preguntarle a ella. Why don't you ask her? ¿Por qué no le preguntas a ella? How about asking her? ¿Qué tal de preguntarle a ella? We have another reading. Remember, same thing. Read, underline, translate. Touchy subjects. Please read it. Take a picture. Click, click. Click, click. And after you read, we're going to now have here questions for this reading. Please remember, true, false. If it's false, please fix it with the correct information. And maybe if the story does not tell you the answer. Now, one important thing that I want you to do here is to please Take this section and write it in your journal, and you can show it to me later. On your own. Again, same and different. Please read, take a picture, complete. You're going to compare what's happening between the people that they're comparing. Like, for example, in many ways, my sister and I are exactly the same. I am tall and thin. She is too. I have brown eyes and curly black hair, and so does she. So there are things that are very similar or that are the same. But then we have some that are different, for example. And in many ways, my sister and I are very different. I like classical music, but she doesn't, and so forth. So please make sure you complete this and continue going down. And very important, please don't forget, there is another journal entry, one of the last ones in the book. So do your best and complete it, please. Please repeat after me. No, I can't, but my sister can. No, I don't, but my neighbors do. You should ask her. Why don't you ask them? So it's very important that we see here the connections here when we're saying it, right? You almost see a continuation. No, I can't. And then we're mentioning different people. The order where we put the person, right? And so forth. So repeat after me, please. No, I haven't. But my father has. No, I wasn't. But my children were. You should ask him. How about asking them? And let's do the chapter summary, the connectors, to and so. Please repeat after me. Let's try to say them fast and in order. Here we go. I'm hungry. I am too. So am I. I can't swim. I can too. So can I. I've seen that movie. I have too. So have I. I have a car. I do too. So do I. I worked yesterday. I did too. So did I. Either and neither. I'm not hungry. I'm not either. Neither am I. I can't swim. I can't either. Neither can I. I haven't seen the movie. I haven't either. Neither have I. Very important here to notice something. You either say, I've, and then you will have to say the section of not. So you don't really say I've not. You say I haven't. So there is no contraction here. It's supposed to be I haven't seen that movie. I haven't either. You see how this one doesn't have it here? So that's a mistake. I don't have a car. I don't either. Neither do I. I didn't work. I didn't either. Neither did I. Let's do the one for but. I don't sing, but my sister does. She didn't know the answer, but I did. He can play chess, but I can. We're ready, but they aren't. So the bottom section of two. I'm tired, and he is too. And so is he. He'll be busy, and she will too. And so will she. She's been sick, and he has too. And so has he. They sing, and she does too. And so does she. She studied, and I did too. And so did I. I'm not tired, and he isn't either. And neither is he. He won't be busy, and she won't either. And neither will she. She hasn't been sick, and he hasn't either. And neither has he. They don't sing, and she doesn't either. And neither does she. She didn't study, and I didn't either. And neither did I. Please repeat after me. Academic, allergic, athletic, available, compatible, concerned, conservative, cultural, discouraged, frightened, hopeful, lenient, liberal, pessimistic, philosophical, similar, strict, willing, people and things, act, alarm clock, army, art museum, background, business trip, child rearing, collection, defense, equal rights, fairy tale, final exam, government, job opening, layoff, leak, lightning, minorities, nuclear energy, outlook on life, parking space, personality, race, theater group, thunder, training, vegetarian, vocational training, want ads, actions, afford, allow, behave, commute, enroll, expect, hide, kiss, major in, prefer, respect, support, tend to walk, no, sorry, tend to, walk my dog, work out. Well, everyone, you did it. I'm very proud of you. Chapter number 3, side by side. We are finished with the book. Keep on working hard. Hopefully, you'll be motivated to complete chapter 4. Don't forget to complete the workbook. We'll be doing it next class. May God bless you. Keep on working hard. And remember, I believe in you. You can do it. God has prepared you for greatness. God bless you. Blessings.